Welcome to Comfort Addict number 2. This video is not for the faint of heart, and it will be horribly offensive, and it's going to be upsetting, but it's going to be one of them things that you're going to have to understand. I'm not saying this shit to hurt nobody. I ain't saying this shit to be an asshole. I'm saying this shit because I'm giving you 99.9. And all the ladies watching, you're going to be pissed off at me. And I mean that. You're going to be pissed off at me. So I'm going to beg you for forgiveness right now. Because what I'm about to say is, it's a fact. No. I'm not a bad guy. Okay? I am the bad guy. I'm the bad guy playing the good guy playing the bad guy. So I'm going to explain this to you. A friend and I was talking. And talking about how women love bad boys. You know, and notice I said I'm the bad guy, not a bad boy. Because I know how to treat my woman. If I was lucky enough to have a woman, I would never disrespect her. I would never call her out of her name. I would never disrespect her parents. And I would treat her like the gift that God made women for men to be. Women don't want that. Women want people to call them out their name. Women want men to treat them like dog shit. Women want men to be assholes to them. I'm an asshole. I'll openly, honestly admit that. But you don't be an asshole to the woman that you love. There's a time and a place to cut it down, and a time and a place to cut it off. If I'm an asshole to society, I'm an asshole to society. However, I'm not an asshole to any woman that's in my life. Maybe my mother. Maybe my sisters. But other than that, like if I'm personally dating you or stuff like that, I ain't an asshole. But I am an honest man. Which is why I'm apologizing to women right now before I continue this video. Domestic violence is a thing. It does not discriminate. But for the most part, most of the victims of domestic violence is women. Alright? There's a 70-30 chance that women are being abused, beaten, killed, and raped by their partners and other people. But for the most part, let's take a step back. Let's take a big step back. When you women go out on these dates, y'all choose the type of men that you want touching your body. You choose the type of men that you want to be inside your body. You choose these men who would rather see you on your knees and calling you a bitch, a whore, a slut, anything under the sun that's worse than the shit that just came out my mouth. Which again, I apologize for. And y'all choose these men. Y'all don't choose real men. You choose these thug life motherfuckers you don't really fucking know, but they got a big dick and a good lick, so they're great in bed. And you don't choose people like me, because you don't know we're good in bed too, but you don't choose people like me. You choose these motherfuckers who you walk in the door, hi honey, shut up bitch, and go on about your day. Y'all choose those guys. Which is what makes this video exceptionally difficult for me to make. Because I respect a woman's right to choose. When it comes to her body, when it comes to abortions and all that shit, I am pro-choice all goddamn day. Because I don't think a rape victim should have to carry her victimizer's seed. But what I don't respect, don't cry for sympathy when you were told by people time and time and time again, leave that motherfucker. And I understand fear. I get that. For you women who are afraid to leave. Excuse me. For you women who are afraid to leave, this ain't for you. Because I know how that shit works. Fear destroys everything. And don't think that because you are a cop or a soldier that you can't be a victim of this shit. Happens all the fucking time. Most people don't repeat or report because of shame. But let me explain this to you as I was explaining it to my friend. She's actually my ex, but let me explain it to you the way I explained it to her. If you're with someone who treats you like shit, and I don't give a damn how good they are in bed, if they treat you like shit and you choose to stay with them, even though they're not physically harming you, they don't really mentally engage with you other than sex and other shit, which is a physical engagement, but it's also a mental engagement, and they're like the best mind-blowing sex you've ever had. But if they're treating you like shit and they want you to conform, they want you to be their slave, they want you to do what they want instead of being in a relationship where everything is 50-50, don't expect no sympathy from me. Because if I told you somebody's not good for you, that's where it ends for me. I can't make you leave anybody. I get that. But I can tell you time and time again, and you can give me the finger time and time again. And then you girls, y'all get with these thugs. And this is where the video gets hard. Alright, so let me apologize again, because I'm about to offend y'all. Then y'all get with these thugs who start beating you. Or worse, they beat you to death because I love you, but I don't want someone else to have you. But I don't fucking want you, and y'all stick with these motherfuckers to the end. I had a cousin named Daisy Ann. Her husband was jealous of her. He killed her. He probably started off as a decent man. I never met the motherfucker. But jealousy leads to death too. And when you're the more beautiful person in the relationship, the one that's not getting the attention gets jealous. And I don't know if that works against women towards a more beautiful man. But for men, I know if a man has a pretty girlfriend, one who people are looking at, what the fuck does she see in this guy? He's going to be a little bit jealous. But that's because he's probably not secure within himself. Which means he's not a man. Alright? I got some insecurities, but I'm alright with them. I'm not the prettiest thing on the planet, and I used to be way uglier than what I look like now because I burnt my face off. Breath savers. Anyway, wintergreen. Point being made. I had a cousin named Nene. She was killed by a jealous boyfriend. Not a baby daddy, but a jealous boyfriend who was a bitch, who then decided to kill himself. And I think to myself, what do girls see in these motherfuckers? Is it the weed? Because Daisy, as far as I know, didn't smoke weed. Nene may have dealt with a little bit of that because the people she hung around did it. And if you hang with people who smoke weed, you don't have to smoke weed. But most people, if you hang with people that smoke weed, you're probably smoking too. I'm making an assumption there. It's probably not 100% accurate. Because I hung with people who smoke weed. But I never done weed. I never done any goddamn drugs. I got better things to do with my time. But a lot of people want to be down so badly that rationale and morals go out the window. I don't have that problem. I have a good moral compass. My rationale might be a little bit screwy, but I have a good moral compass. I know right from wrong, and I've always done the right thing. I try to always give you 99.9, and y'all know that. When I was in high school, I had a friend named Lawrence Brown. He had a girlfriend named China Hill. Somewhere between the last day of school and graduation, he killed her. And he killed himself in front of their child. Now, Lawrence is a horse of a different color. Well-educated young black man. His family wasn't that bad. He wasn't like big-time thuggish. Couldn't be a big-time thuggish when your daddy's a cop. But jealousy did that shit. I'm always blame it on jealousy because I don't know the full story. I don't know the full truth. I just started getting to know China through Lawrence. China was a damn good girl. She didn't deserve that. He didn't want her, but he didn't want nobody else to have her. That's the story that we've all been told for the last 20, 30, some odd damn years. How much of it is true? I don't fucking know. Like I said, I knew Lawrence. He was on Page Street when I was on West Haven. That's why I knew Lawrence. Every now and again, his ass would come around to the projects and shoot ball at everybody and shit like that. Never saw that shit coming. Not too long after that, so I'm doing these deaths in slight order. The last 2 deaths was the first 2 that I did. This next death, this one is a little bit more personal. Because the guy that did this shit was my friend. He was like a big brother to me. do as I say, not what I do. This guy went to jail, did dumb shit, sold drugs, all kinds of shit. We got the same first name. Until this day, I still don't know why he did it. Besides jealousy. He's like my big brother. I was like, yo, you still doing that karate shit? Yeah, stick with that shit. Don't ever stop doing karate. It'll keep you grounded. Keep doing that shit. Went to jail. Come out. Still doing that karate shit? Yeah, stick with that shit. It'll keep your ass out of trouble. Went to jail, came back. That was the last time he was going back to jail. He said that shit. He would never go back. Never. So I don't know what happened to him in jail. Well, prison, whatever. But he said he'd never go back. So one night at Wilton Farm, or one day at Wilton Farm, I don't really know. But he put a bullet through his wife's head, her girlfriend, baby mama, and then his own, in front of their child. So the moral of the story is, you women pick these men, and they love you to death. And when you've been told by your family and your friends that you need to leave this motherfucker and you choose to stay, don't get mad at me because I don't have sympathy for you. Now, like I said, in the exception of where he's beating you and you're afraid to leave, I get that. I understand that. I took classes for that shit. It's part of my police science and criminal justice thing. I understand. But for the women who aren't in those 4 situations that I just named, where a man treats you like dog shit, he's not physically harming you. He's mentally abusing you, but, excuse me, putting you down, calling you all kinds of names, treating you like shit, embarrassing you in public, and you're staying with him because he's good in bed, or because he has a good reputation, and everybody on the block is scared of him, and all this and that. You can't get sympathy from me for that, because you choose to stay with someone who doesn't love you, who doesn't respect you, but he doesn't want anyone else to have you. You're trapped, and I get it, but it's also your fault, because you don't have to stay there. You don't have to take that shit. You can walk away. You can have law enforcement pick up your shit. There's many ways around that shit. But most women, young girls, it doesn't matter if you're black, white, or Asian, or Mexican, which is biologically Asian, y'all choose these people. Y'all choose these people. Y'all have babies with these people. Because for some reason y'all think that's the best idea you've ever had since sliced fucking bread. Oh, if I get pregnant, this motherfucker's gonna stay forever. He's gonna change as a man. He's not gonna be thugging. He's not gonna go out. He's gonna go get a real job. He's gonna do child support. Girls, stop believing that lie. And stop telling your younger girls that are coming up behind you that same load of bullshit. 9 times out of 10, when you get pregnant, the first thing that a man is gonna do, especially a man that doesn't love you, you're going on Maury. He's going to try to make you look like the biggest fucking whore, slut, bitch that ever was. And God, I hope that you're not. But if you're sleeping around and that happens to be the one guy that you decide that I'm going to get pregnant by, but then you find out it's not him, it was the guy before, the guy after, you just proved him right. Watch yourselves out there. Pick wisely. Yeah, us nerds, us cosplay geeks and shit like that, I do kung fu. I'm just as bad as any other bad guy you've ever met. Because I'm not a saint by far. But what you understand is, I'm the bad guy, playing the good guy, playing the bad guy. Shit's not a joke. And yeah, I got that phrase from Supernatural. Whoever wrote that was awesome. But I will tell you this. It doesn't make it any less true from where I stand. Whenever I've had a girlfriend, I've never disrespected them. I've never cheated on them. And the most important thing, I have never put my hands on them. And second thing, I've never raised my voice at them. Believe it or not, I don't care. I can't make you believe. But I can tell you this. If you choose to be in relationships like that, don't get mad when there's no sympathy. Enough said, be seeing you.